Lao Wang, I'm writing this, hoping you'll read it. I found your finance videos through a teacher's recommendation and have been hooked ever since. I never miss a live stream, even setting alarms and using a VPN to tune in. I've gained so much financial insight and practical life knowledge from you. I'm amazed by your talent, eloquence, and profound insights. You stay humble in victory and are a virtuous person. I'm impressed by your broad-mindedness. I'm honestly speechless. You teach everyone on health, family, and marriage. You discuss emotional relationships and education. Sometimes I feel that following your channel, Lao Wang, is like following an encyclopedia. You cover financial and emotional intelligence, and even the realms of life itself. All of these have helped me grow in different dimensions, especially your saying, above it is called mindfulness, below it is called fate. It's like a key that has unlocked a deeper way for me to conduct myself and interact with others. This letter is different from the ones you read in your live streams. Today, I am writing to you rather boldly. This is a letter asking for help. I hope I am fortunate enough for you to read my letter. As you can see, my real name is Name, and I come from an ordinary family without a prominent background or social status. I was raised by my grandparents. My grandfather was a soldier, and from a young age, he taught me to be a kind and grateful person, to do good deeds and help others. His approach was very traditional, but also strict and disciplined. Growing up, I always felt that I was a lucky person. At every key point in my life, I would meet people who helped me. When I took the college entrance exam in high school, I scored 1 point above the cutoff line. I got into my dream university. After graduating from college, I turned down the offer to pursue a master's degree recommended by my school because I was already older and wanted to start working and earning money as soon as possible. While working at a financial company in Shanghai, one of my clients was from Zhejiang. Through his introduction, I had the good fortune to learn about Bitcoin. At that time, I had just graduated and didn't have much money. Later, with the help of another client who lent me 200,000 renminbi at an annual interest rate of 5%, I was able to buy 200,000 renminbi worth of Bitcoin. I consider this person a benefactor who changed my life. That's just how my life is. I've gone through a lot of hardships, but I've always been so lucky. At critical moments, I always meet people who help me. Here's what happened in the end. A couple of years ago, when I was preparing for pregnancy and having a baby, in order to look at my phone less and not affect the child, I transferred the 30 bitcoins I had saved over many years, along with some other small coins, into Huang Tianwei's 9-year-old exchange, AX, for safekeeping with guaranteed principal and interest. That was the move I made. This has left me on the verge of despair even now. No one expected that this 9-year-old exchange would run into trouble. When it comes to virtual currencies, the attitude toward them in China is also very ambiguous. It's also vague and uncertain, and we have no way to pursue Huang Tianwei through legal channels. After the incident happened, I was completely at a loss. It truly felt like the sky was falling. I was in a daze every day, often unable to sleep or sleeping poorly. I just couldn't understand. Why did something like this happen to me when I've never done anything wrong? How am I supposed to face what comes next? I just had a baby, and raising a child costs money. At the same time, I have a mortgage of tens of thousands every month. That period was really hopeless, if it weren't for seeing my child's adorable smile. It was truly the first time I experienced what it means to have nothing left to live for. I admire Brother Wang's character, your integrity, your social connections, and your mutual standing. Then, it seemed as if I saw a sign from above in you, a very strong feeling. I feel, Teacher Wang, that you are like my lifeline, like a blazing fire, as if you are the benefactor who can help me. So after hesitating for a long time, I finally wrote you a letter, hoping that I might be fortunate enough for Brother Wang to help me within your capacity. Help my family, help me by giving Huang Tianwei a call to put some pressure on him so that he returns my property, which includes my entire fortune and even my life. I remember Brother Wang once said, stealing someone's money is like taking their life and being possessed by a demon. If there is a chance for my assets to be recovered, Brother Wang, your kindness would be like being reborn parents to us. My whole family would be deeply grateful, forever in your debt, and would never forget your favor. If my assets are recovered, and if you don't mind the amount, I am willing to give 10 bitcoins to the person who helps me. If, by good fortune, my assets are recovered with old Wang's help, I still want to go to Ghana. Sigh. Well, let me just tell you directly today. If you can't get it back, just give up on it. Let go of that hope. Small exchanges and even large exchanges are the same. All exchanges, including Zhao Changpeng's exchange, are essentially unregulated and cannot be regulated. Unless the FBI intervenes or Chinese police step in and take them all down, only then might there be some regulation. But in such an opaque environment in China, and even in the United States, which is also opaque, Do you really think that in Zhao Changpeng's exchange, whether it's Bitcoin, altcoins, or leveraged cash trading, there aren't any dormant or ownerless funds? Of course there are. Back in the early days, with platforms like Huobi and others, they would manipulate the market with power outages to create wild price swings, liquidate your leveraged positions, and where did those coins go? They all ended up in the personal accounts of the bosses. These places are massive crime scenes of collusion. Every single person involved is a criminal, including Huang Tianwei. And as for Huang Tianwei's clients, your bitcoins, all of you clients, have long since been transferred to certain overseas accounts controlled by the police. They were sent to mistresses, illegitimate children, and so on. The transfers happened a long time ago. Your Bitcoin was moved ages ago, which is why they can't pay you back. Unless someone literally holds a gun to their head, maybe then they'd pay out from their own stash to deal with an emergency, just to get out of a tight spot. But for people like you, with no connections or background, there's no way they'll pay you back. Don't even think about it, because paying you back would mean their own downfall. It's that simple. Someone like Huang Tianwei, how could he possibly be so righteous and selfless for you? From a higher, more metaphysical perspective, you actually revealed something important. When you lost that Bitcoin, you were preparing for pregnancy and having a child. This means that the child is destined to be extremely precious. Precious in every sense of the word. You shouldn't resent this child. They're not someone who brings misfortune. It's just that this preciousness is truly expensive. How expensive? Well, at today's market rate, that preciousness is worth 15 million RMB. This is the metaphysical logic of mathematics. You weren't originally destined to have this kind of special fate, whether as a precious son or daughter. You weren't meant to have this preciousness. But since you do, you inevitably have to lose money. If you were to get the money back, then your child would have problems. So by losing those 30 bitcoins, it's as if you exchange them for your little treasure at home. There's a saying in China. What is it? It's called shuchang, contentment. When Chinese people describe themselves as feeling good, they say their mood is shuchang. When you feel content, you're neither aging nor worried, and you won't get sick either. Do you understand? That's what shuchang means. Today, I'm going to talk to you all about shuchang. Next, let me explain to everyone what Buddhist teachings are and what Taoist teachings are. There's a saying, Tao follows nature. But in reality, Buddhist and Taoist teachings are too distant from us. We are human. So how can we, as humans, attain the way of being human? When our hearts flow like water, filling the low places and yielding to the high ones, and avoiding dangers along the way. When we flow into the vast ocean, when everything is calm and peaceful, that is the way of humanity. I hope that what I have shared, my humble insights, can help untangle this lady's troubled heart. May this help you gain a new, more comfortable perspective on money and on the gains and losses of those 30 bitcoins. For you, keep your mindset steady, raise your child well, and your days will naturally get better and better. As for Huang Tianwei, he will not have a good end, rest assured.